Nobody puts foundation forms on their vision board, and nobody posts about it. Nobody books a mountain vacation because of the stem wall below the cabin that they're renting, and nobody has ever said, you know what I love about this resort? Is the concrete slab work. And yet, right here, on this ridge in Luray, Virginia, what we're doing today is one of the single most important structural decisions that we will make on this entire project. I'm Jason Oliver with Envision Real Estate Solutions, and this is episode 3 of the Build Series. Today, the forms are being finished up. We tie the rebar and we pour the foundation slab that is going to hold 18 luxury A-frame units for the next 50 to 100 years. All right, quick catch up. If you're new here, we're on 75 acres in Luray, Virginia, in the heart of the Shenandoah Valley, building Horizon Shenandoah. It's an 18 luxury A-frame style cabins, a preserved farmhouse, pool, hot tubs, mountain views that stretch all the way to the Blue Ridge. And in episode 1, we opened up the hillside with 3 simultaneous excavator crews digging footer trenches across 3 building clusters. And then in episode 2, the concrete trucks came up this ridge and poured engineered footers into those trenches. Those footers are now fully cured and locked into this mountain. And today, we go vertical. Well, a couple inches vertical. We're building the foundation forms, and then we fill them. Let's talk about what's actually happening here, because I promise it's more interesting than it looks. A foundation form is essentially a mold. These boards you see are lining the perimeter. They define the exact shape, width, and edge of the concrete slab that goes in today. And when the concrete is poured, it's filled at every inch of this form. And when it cures, we strip it away, and what's left is a precision-engineered concrete slab. Think of it like a cake pan. The pan doesn't become part of the cake. Its only job is to hold everything in the right shape while transformation happens. Every piece of the rebar in this grid is also tied together at specific spacing intervals determined by the structural engineer. This isn't decorative. The rebar creates a continuous tension network inside the concrete. So when the slab has to handle load, movement, or stress from any different direction, it has the steel skeleton to distribute that force evenly rather than cracking. All right, and here we go. The concrete is flowing into the form right now. You can see the crew working in real time. Some directing the chute, some using vibrators to consolidate the mix and eliminate air pockets. Every truckload gets checked. Every pour gets watched. We're not just standing around back and hoping for the best on this. This is active, hands-on quality control from start to finish. Once this slab reaches full cure in 28 days, we'll have a foundation that is engineered to carry the full load of multiple A-frame structures, including snow load, live load, from guests, furniture, all of it. So for decades to go. So that's the forming work from earlier in the day paying off. You prep right, you pour right. I want to take 60 seconds and talk to a specific group of people who I know are watching this series. You may be in Northern Virginia, maybe DC, maybe the Maryland suburbs. You're working hard and you know how to build wealth. You've probably looked at a rental property before, maybe even you owned one. And you know that real estate in your market, such as Fairfax County, Loudoun, Arlington, has gotten to a point where the entry price is high and the returns are extremely compressed. The days of finding an easy 1% rent-to-price ratio in Nova are largely over. So you've been watching markets such as this one, Luray, Virginia, the Shenandoah Valley, 2 hours from DC, almost exactly. And what's happening right here is one of the most compelling short-term rental investment stories in the entire Mid-Atlantic. The Luray Caverns bring in over 500,000 visitors a year. Shenandoah National Park sees millions. The demand for quality short-term rental accommodations in this corridor have been outpacing supply for years, and the data bears it out. Page County, where Luray sits, saw nearly 10% property value appreciation last year, not because of speculation, but because of genuine demand-driven market movement. The investors who move early in a market like this, before the resort opens, before the intention arrives, are the ones who look back in 5 years and say, they made the right call. Horizon Shenandoah is going to be a landmark property in this valley, and we're actively talking to accredited investors, lending partners, and co-investment opportunities for projects across this whole region. If that's a conversation you want to have, the link is below in the video. We respond, we're real people, and we'd love to show you what we're building. So here's where Horizon Shenandoah stands right now. The footers are cured, the slab is poured and curing. The foundation of this entire resort is now locked into this ridge. Engineered, reinforced, and built right. This is the part of any build where momentum shifts, because once the foundation is in, everything else moves faster. Framing, roof lines, windows, that unmistakable moment when a structure starts to look like what it's actually going to become. And that is exactly what's coming in episode 4. We're going vertical. The first lumber, first walls, the moment this place stops looking like a construction site and starts looking like a luxury resort. You do not want to miss that episode. So subscribe right now, hit the bell, because we drop new content every single week. And this series is just getting started. So if you've learned something today, hit that like button. If you know someone in the DC area, in Nova, in Maryland, who's been curious about what's happening in the Shenandoah Valley real estate market, share this with them, seriously. This series is built to educate, and knowledge shared is knowledge compounded. I'm Jason Oliver, this is Envision, and this is Horizon Shenandoah. We'll see you next week.